Doobie. Welcome one, welcome all to DeFi, crypto, and airdrops. I am back, and I am Mike, aka Veteran Crypto, and this is Jeff, aka the Blockchain Report. How's it going, brother?
Going great, man. It was had a fun episode on Saturday, but hope you had a good time at the show. Yeah, my buddy's a big Shane Gillis fan, so he was pretty jealous.
Oh, dude, it was
But I
it
hope
was
you
an
had a great
awesome
time
show.
and got out just in time from the chaos in LA. So you made it back safe. Oh, did I lose sound or did you lose sound? I can't hear you anymore.
How's that?
Oh, there you go.
All right, let's. Not sure what's going on.
There
Can you
you
hear
go.
me?
Yep, you're
Awesome.
good.
All right. So let's make sure. Yep. All right. Got the camera working. Yeah. So didn't really get too close to downtown LA. I was more in Orange County. But yeah,
Nice.
definitely interesting down there, just to say the least. We actually got delayed a ton trying to get back. So we were supposed to leave at like 6 and be home by like midnight, but we didn't ended up not getting home till like 3 in the morning. So it was pretty rough. And then I was doing a 40-hour fast with my lady, so it made it double interesting to be doing a 48-hour fast while trying to travel.
Yeah, that's not fun because you're already stressed out from the travel and no food. Oh man, that's
Oh yeah, yeah. So no, but no, I watched the episode later on. That you did on Saturday. It looked great, but yeah, it's been interesting. So Plume, just so everyone knows out there, I am still hugely bullish on Plume. Still have my DeFi positions
Mhm.
open on it. One of them's been out of range for quite a while. I'm just leaving it. I'm letting it marinate because I'm that position is basically all in on Plume. So I'm basically hodling Plume, and it's I know that Jeff talked about it on Saturday, and we've talked about it. And since mainnet went live, I mean, I don't know if any of you out there have checked out the Plume website and then gone to the portal, but there is a huge amount of different tasks you can do to earn points.
Mhm.
The and I highly suggest that you do it, just because one, it's free and you're earning points and potentially free Plume, but it also will walk you through and teach you how to use a couple of the different dApps or decentralized applications that are in the Plume ecosystem. that are DeFi plays. So they're platforms that you can stake on, or not stake on, but you can deposit liquidity on to earn yield. Some of them are lending, some of them are swapping, but yeah. Anyway, I don't want to get too deep into it. Let's go ahead and kick it over to you for the socials before I start rambling too much.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a lot to share, especially with the Plume launch. We've
Yeah,
been eagerly
yeah.
waiting for this. But yeah, welcome everyone. We appreciate everyone joining us today. It's a beautiful Monday. I know there's been some storms on the East Coast, so I hope everyone's been safe out there. But you can follow us every week live Monday and Saturday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern here at DeFi Crypto Airdrops. And Mike also goes live throughout the week as well. Um, and you can catch us here on YouTube, DeFi Crypto Airdrop, and follow our brother channels, Discover Crypto, my channel, The Blockchain Report, Mike's channel, Life, Liberty, Liquidity, and Blockchain Basement. And yeah, Saturday was a lot of fun. We got to dive deep into the Plume portal and also a kind of a wallet or this crypto everything app called Infinex. And basically, it's like a crypto wallet, but you use a pass key or you don't have a seed phrase, so you don't have to write down the 12 words, and you can do like what you were saying, Mike, with the relay bridge on the Plume portal. The Infinex has this swap and bridge. They call it a
Yeah.
switch feature, and man, you can. I love using that between Solana and the Ethereum networks.
Mm.
And I showed everyone how to use gas.zip to move stuff to and from Ethereum network for super cheap. So if you need to send Ethereum to Ethereum mainnet and you know it's going to cost you $3 or $4 and a bridge fee, gas.zip is amazing. But you can catch Vet here on Twitter at Veteran4Crypto. Make sure you're following the right account, Veteran4Crypto, and me at the BCR142. And our DeFi crypto airdrops at the underscore only underscore DCA. We will not DM you asking you for any investment advice or uh, to invest your money. So anybody reaching out to you will be a scam. And if you find somebody, report them. And you can reach out to us, DM us, and ask us, "Hey, is this you?" And make sure that you're DMing the right account. So, also our Discord. Yeah,
Oh
you can
yeah,
jump
yeah.
and we got the DeFi pools, protocols, airdrop stuff. Yeah, all kinds of good
Well, and then we got the Discover
information.
Investor Group as well. So
Yeah,
we
and the
have
Discover Investment Group. That's
yeah, we kind of have two Discords, just because one of them gets a little spicier than the other. So
yeah,
we have our R-rated Discord, and then we have our PG-13 Discord.
yeah. Is there a free section in here? The
Yeah, yeah. In the Discover Investment Group, it is called. Let me pull it up real quick. It is called DeFi Starters. So that's the where I put the tracker sheets and all those things that everyone was always asking for, asking for access to, and so then that's where I also put a lot of when I find really good pools like the Kita pool. I'll put the
okay,
the info and like where I set my ranges and all that stuff in there as well. So if you're new to DeFi and you're kind of wanting to find out kind of the nuances of how we find pools, profitable pools, how we pick our ranges and ranged pools, how we decide if we're going to do a full range or a ranged, those sorts of things. That's the place to go. And if and also to ask questions. If you have any questions, it's a
yeah,
great place, and it's not just to ask me questions. You can talk to the community as a whole. And we have a lot of people that are getting really, really knowledgeable about DeFi, which I love.
yeah. A lot of good minds. A lot of good minds. But there
So
we go.
all right, so yeah,
Go
kick it
back.
back over to me, and I will. So real quick before I get into DeFi Llama and RWA.xyz, this is the relay that I was talking about, and you can see I connected my wallet, but this is part of the Plume ecosystem. And as you can see, you can, sorry, I'm on my laptop, so I got to keep moving my camera so I can get to my tabs.
Hmm.
Um, so you can swap from pretty much any chain. I mean, you can see just the endless amounts of chains. Everything from Zora, Zero, Tron, Unichain, Story, Sonic, Solana. I mean, there is just a shit ton of different chains that you can bridge from and to. And so, it's a great way, and this ties in very nicely with the rest of the ecosystem. So you can see here, if once you enter into the portal, you can go to explore, and you have bridges, dexes, derivatives, ways to earn, gaming infrastructure, launch pads, lending, marketplaces. And I mean, it's such a robust, ecosystem that's on Plume, and they just went live last week. I mean, this is all stuff that was built and ready to go. I mean, that's how mature
Hmm.
this ecosystem was before it even went live. So if I mean, this is probably one of the I mean, other than maybe arguably Ethereum, which is, but that's mostly separate project layer twos. But Plume is a purpose built DeFi and RWA platform, and it shows. So if you're not bullish on Plume, you have not done your research, and I highly suggest you do so. Again, right now, my just full transparency, my liquidity pools aren't doing super stellar. It's just because the volumes aren't there. It's not the hot project right now. Once the markets start moving, I highly suspect that's going to change. So I'm not adjusting anything. I'm not rebalancing anything. I'm just letting it marinate because right now, my one pool that's out of range is towards the bottom end, which means that I am all in on Plume. So I'm basically hodling Plume, and in case you haven't noticed, I'm very bullish on it. So it really doesn't bother me to hodl it. Hence, our rules in DeFi where you only enter into pools that you are bullish on, that you're knowledgeable about, that you're, things that you would normally hodl anyway, or potentially hold through a bear market. Those are the types of assets, the blue chips, things like that, that you want to be entering into pools. You don't want to be picking meme coins that, when they get rug pulled, you're going to end up, with a bag full of that, rugged asset, because that's what will happen. If you're in a pool and a meme coin is one of the assets and it goes to zero, you're just going to end up with a big bag of worthless tokens. So, okay to do that with small amounts of money and, try to, farm it and, farm that yield and peel it off. But, I would highly suggest that you don't, ape in or, you know, have a huge position in any of those because, you can get wrecked very quickly.
Hmm.
But anybody that hasn't done it, I would also uh, I would highly encourage you to look at this level up on the portal, and you can go through these tasks. And I'm sure that Jeff has probably touched on this a little bit. But what it's going to do is it's going to introduce you to things like these different DApps like Nest, um, and
Yeah, the
other
quests.
platforms.
The Yeah.
Yeah, where you
I
can
kind
earn.
of went into some of
Okay,
them because there
all
wasn't a
right.
whole lot of time. I think the last two or three I didn't go too deep into. I did open them and run through them, but yeah, with the time. But I do plan on making deep dive videos into at least each one of those. So
Absolutely. And
yeah.
it's something that I might start doing as well, just because it is so robust. But again, it will familiarize you with these platforms, and also allow you to earn points that potentially could translate into free airdrops, things like that. So if you're a fan of the channel, you're obviously into DeFi, you're obviously into airdrops. It's a nice, cocktail of both. So there is
Hmm.
that. So I'll touch on DeFi Llama real quick, and then RWA.XYZ, and then I'm going to kick it over to you to go ahead and start talking about our deep dive. So as you can see
Hmm.
here, um, looks like we our TVL pumped. It looks like about the 6th of April, so about 3 days ago. We started pumping on the TVL, and DEX volumes went up as well, which it would explain a lot of the yields that people are earning right now. I know me, I have been loving the yields that I've been getting on my wrapped ETH KTA pools. So this one here, I actually off of about $3,000 or 2,800 bucks, I earned $500 in a day, and I harvested that this morning at 9 o'clock, and it's 5 o'clock my time now, and it's been out of range for a while. I was making about $20 an hour on this,
Oof.
and I did the math, and I'm wanting to say it came out to six. I was pacing to make 16% per day. So I'm leaving this one. I opened this new one down here just right before we went live, just because the APR is just so great, and KTA has been such a great asset. I mean, anybody that hasn't looked at the KTA chart, I mean, it's just been going parabolic. In
It's been
fact,
crazy.
yeah. Let's actually look at it real quick.
I swear we didn't pump it because it pumped right.
No, and honestly, it did. I mean, look at this. So we did our first episode on KTA about right here, and it pumped up. And then a little while later, we did another one, and it pumped again. And then I've been in these liquidity pools through this whole journey. So like my average entry is around like 60 cents on KTA. So I mean, my average entry is like half of what the price is right now. So
Good lord.
again, it's treated me very well. And those of us, those that are in the community, that are in the Discord, I know there's a lot of people that have been riding this gravy train with biscuit wheels with me. So um, there is that. And then this is kind of plateaued a little bit. RWA.XYZ, those that don't know, is basically just analytics, or data porn for those of us that invest based off actual facts and figures, logic, fundamentals, things like that. And not just a social media post, which I highly suggest you avoid. Keep you from being somebody else's exit liquidity. But it's kind of plateaued a little bit. So we haven't seen, you can see in the past 30 days, we've only gone up about 2.6% as far as TVL. But we have seen the total asset holders go up by 55%. So that's definitely a good sign. But I think that as soon as platforms like on Plume, you have Arc, which is their platform to tokenize real world assets. I think as sorry, like I said, I just came off a 48-hour fast. My brain isn't firing on all cylinders. Um, but once these platforms go live, and it's a matter of minutes to tokenize these real world assets, as opposed to months and a bunch of programmers and a bunch of money, things like that. I really think that you're going to see this these analytics, or this TVL, really truly go parabolic, to where we're going to start seeing it moving by the billions instead of by the millions. So anyway, I will now kick it over to you, brother.
Got a lot of good stuff, man. That what they were showing on. discover crypto this morning with um, the amount of capital in each market, like the bond market, real estate, and Bitcoin and gold, and it was like such a small little square compared to the slice of the other markets, and it's like
Hmm.
holy shit, it's not even close. There's
Yeah.
so much that is going to be flooded in. Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, there's a ton of growth, potential for sure.
Hold on, I don't want this thing tracking this fucking camera. So yeah, the Matrix AI. So this is a project that is building out in their test net, and I've been uh, participating in this with our uh, show wallet. So I'll
Nice.
show an update with that. And yeah, Matrix AI, they're basically building a decentralized finance protocol that's focused on creating a stablecoin infrastructure tailored for AI driven economies. So projects that have their or AI projects that want to issue their own intelligent stablecoin that is backed by their native token will be able to do so using Matrix AI. And we'll kind of dive into the key features and then dive into the test net. But they have raised over 13 million by some of these investment firms, Dragonfly, Capital, Infinity Ventures, Circle, Digital Currency Group. So pretty large funding. And you
Well,
can check.
and this project has been around a while, hasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I think they actually started their test net in February, but I think I started participating in it on in March or April in my other wallets. And
Well,
then
well,
once
their
we
well their
started the show wallet, it
well their token is man, isn't it?
no, no, because this will where's it at? Where does it say? Oh, they don't have the token name yet. Because
Oh
in the
shit.
test net, yeah, once
Well, then
you collect
I
these,
apologize. I think I pulled up the wrong logo, like the wrong
oh
matrix.
shoot,
Yeah, yeah. I'll have to fix
oh,
that.
oops.
No, yeah, no, I apologize. Like I said, I looked up Matrix Network AI, and it came up with this project that launched like back in 2018.
Oh, whoa.
All right, well,
Oh.
goes to show you, it's like I should be more prepared.
No, not. Oh shit. No, actually,
Yeah, that's the one I pulled up. That,
huh?
yeah,
Interesting.
that's the one I pulled up. It said that but that's the wrong one, huh?
Yeah, yeah. And this is Maitri. They do the subtle, you know,
Oh, okay. All right.
sleight
All
of
right.
hand there.
All right.
Everyone's got to be cool with the way they name stuff now. You know?
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, lift and shift my fire here a little bit. All right, take it away. I'm gonna pull up some new stuff.
So yeah, um, let me see where we at. Oh yeah, they've raised 13 million. They did launch their test net in February, and you can participate. I wouldn't fade it just yet. I always get the question: is it too late to participate? And it is free to join and participate in this. And I always say, if they haven't made an announcement on their token coming soon, then you are not too late. So let's dive into a little bit Matrix AI. It allows projects to mint stablecoins such as AUSD that's pegged one to one, using native tokens as collateral. So Ether tokens used for AUSD as the pegged collateral. So DeFi, decentralized finance for AI, it's positioning itself as a DeFi layer for decentralized AI. And what the testnet, we'll dive into that and how to participate. And this one has is probably the takes the most amount of time out of all the test nets that I do, because you got to claim the test net tokens, and then you got to mint these other tokens, and then stake the tokens. So there's like a 3-step process, and there's 8 tokens, I think, that need to be collected and staked. Integration with AI ecosystems. So Maitrix collaborates with platforms like Ether Cloud, Vana, Eliza OS to create stablecoins like AI 16Z USD, enhancing data liquidity and financial stability for AI-driven economies. And also integrates with Zero G Labs, an AI-focused layer 1 blockchain. I don't think we've touched on Zero G Labs before.
It doesn't ring a bell. It doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, they have a test net going on, but I've only done a little bit on it. But yeah, beyond stablecoins, it's scalable AI hub and marketplace available on web, iOS, and Android, offering access to over 75 LLMs, large language models like Google Gemini, OpenAI, Mistral, and Grok. So it uses a pay-as-you-go model for $4.99 a month. And yeah, so a lot of cool features. Here's some of the economic and technical mechanisms. That's collateralized debt positions, print and burn balance, and liquidity mining. Then it uses CPU Coin's native cryptocurrency, CPU, for payments within its ecosystem.
That's not good. Try to go to their website. It says this page isn't working.
The Maitrix.ai?
Yeah.
Did you do MAI?
I went to their X account and went to their link tree and clicked on it. That's all right. Keep going.
Oh, they might not have updated or it might have a bad link. Because, yeah, the other one works.
Oh, actually, I think I know what happened. I think.
Yeah, they do have Galaxy Quests, but I think you have to pay to mint the points. So I haven't done any of that because we doing the free stuff. Now, the test net. So I got the test net on the
definitely hit that up. I'm
other
interested.
profile right here. So Magic AI Money. This is the test net page right here. And we have our home, mint, stake, earn, and this is the faucet. The faucet is where you get testnet tokens, and testnet tokens are not real tokens. They are used for testing purposes only. And all of this is educational, not investment advice. But since this is free, and if you create a wallet that doesn't have any money on it or any attachment to your accounts, that way, whatever happens, you will not get rugged if your wallet gets compromised. So that is, and especially the one where
always practice safe crypto.
Always practice safe crypto, safe sex too. CEX, centralized exchange.
Hey, I like it. We need to come up with a like a wallet condom or something like that.
Oh, the wallet. Oh man, I'm sure. Oh, Sack Nasty will come up with something. I'm sure.
Oh, you know he will, or his stepmom, one of the two.
Or stepmom.
What up, Chili Rainbow?
She'll come with something.
Oh, you know she will. It's Sack Nasty stepmom. I think she spends more time stuck in the dryer than she does out.
She's gonna look like Hunchback when she comes out.
All right.
Oh man. Okay, so this is on the Arbitrum testnet, or Arbitrum Sepalia, and Sepalia is a testnet. The Ethereum had Haleski, Sepalia, and another one, but Sepalia is just a testnet version, and you will need testnet Ethereum tokens. So if you need some, just reach out to me, send me your wallet address, and I will send you some testnet tokens. And because it's hard to find the the testnet faucets for those. Now, to use this Maitrix AI, you need more testnet tokens, right? Because in order to make transactions on the network, like I said, you need the Ethereum testnet tokens, but also on this protocol, they're testing out different features. And I think on their Twitter, they just added World Liberty Fi's USD1. So, what, June 5th? And let me show you this earn feature right here. Now, these are our rewards so far. We have these pills, right? You earn these pills, and these will count towards whatever the airdrop is. So whatever their token is at launch, you will be able to convert these pills to those tokens. So, yeah, and there's a calculation like 5 pills, you earn 5 pills per native token staked per day. So that's how many deposited each day. And they do have some multipliers. So some of these that they just integrated, usually the first week when they integrate a new asset like the USD1, they'll give you a 2x multiplier on your pills. So you want to be doing this daily, and I've been in this daily. So collecting these testnet tokens, like I'll show you right here. We'll do a couple of them, and it takes probably like 10 or 15 minutes for me to go through this whole thing, which that takes quite a bit of time for a testnet, just because there's so many tokens to mint. So this faucet dispenses one, was this one or a couple? I don't know. Some of them mint you different amounts, and you can only get testnet tokens once per day. So this staking allows 10 pills, and it shows you how many pills you earn per day and what it's currently priced at. So let's get this test USD1.
Have you looked at these? Have you looked at these Galaxy quests?
Yeah, in order to get the points, you have to mint with the G token, the Galaxy token.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. For all the Galaxy stuff, it sucks. They used to have the free gasless mint, but
Gotcha,
yeah.
gotcha.
Oh, and right here they have how to get testnet Ethereum. They have this quick node faucet, but sometimes if you don't have the right login stuff, sometimes they require you to have tokens on Ethereum mainnet. So if you struggle to get testnet Ethereum, just reach out to me on socials or something. So I'll mint another token because I'll show you when it pops up. There's a little green box that you should see pop up right here, or not green, but a little green check. This 1 USDE has been successfully sent to your wallet. So once I go through all of these, except this staked Ether token right here, the only way you can get this is if you have a staked Ether allocation on mainnet. So unfortunately, we don't have that. Yeah, to Ethereum mainnet staked Ether holders.
So are they doing something with Aether? Or?
It's part of the AI ecosystem play. I think they mentioned it.
Well, I know Aether. I mean, I was very interested in Aether there for a minute. But I know that it's a DePIN or the decentralized physical infrastructure play, and so anybody that kind of knows about that use case understands the relationship between AI and that, just because of compute power and the requirements for large language models and things of that nature. But I'd be interested to see how deeply that relationship goes.
Yeah, it says right here it collaborates with platforms like EtherCloud to create the stablecoins that project might use. Yeah, for their like the Ether faucet. right here. I can get this testnet Ether token, and over here, let me
So
see
it, so it's
USD one
so it's Aether, not to be
Aether.
confused with Ether or Ethereum.
Aether, yeah.
I just want to make sure
Um,
everyone's clear on that, because we have talked about staked ETH, Ethereum before, and bonded,
hmm
bonded ETH and things like that. So I just want to make sure that people understand that this is not Ethereum that we're talking about.
Bondage ETH.
Bondage ETH, yes,
Bondage.
bondage ETH. It's ETH with a ball gag.
With a ball gag. Hey, it spent a lot of time down there, man. I wouldn't be surprised if it came
You
up
know
with
what?
some
With the price of ETH, it has. It's been in a basement, and it's been a very bad boy.
bad. Oh man. Okay, so over here is where we will use our collateral to mint these tokens, right? So I'll take the Ether token that I minted, and I'm gonna receive AUSD, which is the whatever AI backed USD. Uh, and then I'll go through each one of these, and so you see, it can take. It's not the fastest, but it's
I mean, it is the test net, though.
yeah. But you got these 5 assets that you got to go through and mint your collateral for, and then we go over to the staking feature. And Matrix staking allows users to stake AI stablecoins with reward multipliers, enhancing returns and increasing overall yield. And that's what I like about the AI implementation is that it's going to make things so much more efficient and allow you to capture more value out of whatever staking you do, or even DeFi liquidity pools. You can use it to really analyze like the best plays or best ways to capitalize off your rewards, or set up bots that could, run it for you. Where are we at? Okay, so we got the AUSD. These are the staking pools, right? And you got all of these right here. They show how many pills you can earn per day and the APY total staked. And here, since these are new, these get a 2x multiplier. So we'll go and stake our AUSD that we minted from here, right? We minted our AUSD, and sometimes this is upside down. And so after staking, there is a lockup period. Your tokens will be locked for 1 month before you can unstake them. So just remember that once mainnet comes, if they still have that, sometimes it's 3 weeks, sometimes it's 2 weeks, just depends. But that is one important thing to keep in mind before locking up any tokens, is making sure you know when you can unlock them and unstake them, because you don't want to be stuck, especially in the heat of the bull run, and you're wanting to take profits, and then you got to wait a month for your tokens, and you're
Yeah,
sitting,
no,
and you're just
now is not a good time to be doing, unless you're insanely bullish on a project and looking at, potentially round tripping,
Mhm.
a portion of your holdings. Now is not a time to be doing time locked, uh, staking and things like that. Anything that you're planning on offloading, I would have highly liquid right now,
Yeah.
because I mean has been primed to pump for a minute. In my opinion, I'm far from an expert, but just looking at past cycles, looking at kind of where the price of ETH is at, what Bitcoin has already done, just kind of all the indicators. I think somebody even posted a golden dot on the charts. What was it, 2 or 3 days ago?
Oh wow.
Indicating that the ETH was ready to make a big move. But
Ooh.
I'm guessing, and again, this is just a gut feeling. No data to support it other than what I just mentioned. But I really feel like here in the next couple of weeks we're gonna see the part of the cycle where ETH is going to move.
Yeah, the following the M2 money supply, almost to the T.
Exactly.
Bitcoin.
Exactly.
That shit blew my mind. I was like,
Well,
okay, we'll
we're at
see.
record highs. And those that don't understand, the M2 money supply is basically the available liquidity that's to inject into risk on markets like crypto, or just investments in general.
Hmm.
It's basically moving from was it quantitative tightening to quantitative easing, and so yeah, it's definitely going to get interesting, here in the next couple of months. So, my 2 cents, just like it sounds like Jeff is in agreement, is keep your crypto liquid unless it's something that you plan on again holding through the bear market and offloading next bear bull market, kind of like I am with that my arrow, my locked arrow.
Hmm. Yeah, a lot of good opportunities, man. A lot of good opportunities, and projects really starting to heat up. Mindshare, you know, I've got a project that I don't know. I gave some alpha on a few months ago. That Sunrise, that they're about ready to launch their mainnet soon, and it's that one's going to be good. Um, I got some one of their characters I'm bringing to life. I'll just leave it at that. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. But yeah, so this is Matrix AI, and this is our active positions right here, and the leaderboard. I don't really pay attention to the leaderboard. I'm just trying to earn as much pills as I can on this thing. Um, who knows what it'll turn out to be, but it's free 99, man. So we'll take it and turn it into DeFi whenever this launches. But yeah, I got about 3 wallets that I'm farming on this with, so I do. It's quite a task, but yeah, and we can. I don't know how much, or if you want to dive into the testnet wallets on Saturday, or the rest of like the projects. We can dive deeper into those.
Oh,
But
definitely.
I mean, I got you know some pretty good movement on some of them. There's some metrics that you can kind of gauge, but there's others that don't really have daily interactions that I have Monday, Wednesday, Friday tasks. But yeah, we're cooking, man. We're grinding away, and it's nice because I got my laptop, that I set up right here, and I do my clicks on one profile on here, and then I do another on here. So I'm like double clicking. So it's a grind, man. I don't know where was my did I show a picture of my setup? How I
You
was
you sent it to
clicking.
me on
Oh
I think
yeah.
like on
Oh
a
no, that's my
DM.
that's my boy helping me click these test nets. Yeah, right here. So I got my laptop set up, and I'll do clicks on here, and have my other profile, my other wallet set up here, and then I swap VPNs, and then I use a different wallet to do different stuff.
It's you got
It's
to
a
get
whole
creative. You got to get
yeah, and
creative.
that's how I stay organized right here. You got this whiteboard that has all the projects and daily tasks and shit. So you gotta that I've missed quite a lot of airdrops or projects that I got in too late and missed the juice, but that's really helped me keep my mind focused and decluttered because there's
Well, you got
too
to
much
stay
going on.
organized because I mean, it's you don't want to get where you're spinning too many plates. I think it's probably important in airdrops. I know you got your dry erase board, but
Mhm.
I mean, just doing the couple that I'm doing, with the pack a swap and for DAG and a couple of other ones, the stuff for Plume, and it's easy to when one day bleeds into the next, and to forget to especially some of these that like the one that I have on my screen right now, is the spin for Plume, and that's what Stan's talking about here is I entered the Plume ecosystem, but my stake and spin prize button are failing. Any answers? Um, so I'm not sure. Like, I mean, are you connected? Here, let me.
Oh, do you want me to swap? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can close my.
There we go. So yeah, it's so Stan, this is the screen for the daily spin. And you can see I've done it 5 days in a row now. But you might want to try either a different browser or potentially disconnecting and reconnecting your wallet. But I haven't had any issues, but I am in the Discord for Plume, and I have seen that other people that there was a bug that they're working on to fix on this daily spin. I I've hit it. I hit it. It only gives you 5 plume. It's nothing too big. I've been hitting these. Well, I've been focused on getting these points because I'm not sure what they're going to end up equating to, but I earned a bunch of points going through all this level up stuff. So I started with this rocket. Went over here to Nest, and you can see I earned like 50 points for each one of them, and then then of course I've been. What's up? Oh, nice. All right. Well, let me do a live spin here, and we'll see. All right. Let's see. Oh, there we go. I got my PPs. So I so I got another 100. So yeah, each time you hit that, you get 100 points, plume points. And so yeah, like I said, I'm just stacking plume points, hoping that it will end up being either plume tokens or PUSD or something like that is what I'm hoping. So we'll see. But my plume points, let's see what my profile says. They haven't been updated until like midnight tonight or whatever. It's saying I have 1,075 is what it's saying. But again, you can earn points off of interacting with these different tasks. You can earn points off of doing swaps. All kinds of different things. So I again, if Plume is something that you're interested in, or you're interested in DeFi or RWAs, with the partnerships that Plume has, I would highly suggest you familiarize yourself, with this Plume portal. Just so many valuable platforms in here and valuable information on, ways to earn and different everything from stablecoin earning to just bridging and very quick, very seamless bridging. It's not cumbersome like some bridges that I've tried to use before. And then there's one with PUSD. Where was that? Was it Royoko? I think it. Yeah, Royco. Yeah, here it is. Well, it looks like it's down to 9% now. Earlier today, it was up at 14% APY on stable coins. So, really, really good, rate of return on stables. If you can earn, 10% on your stables, especially through the bear market or, as you're pulling profits, 10%, 20%, 30% is a great rate of return on something that, where you're removed from the volatility of the market. You're not riding the ups and downs of you know crypto assets. Things, even the blue chips and things like that. You get these violent swings. If you have $100,000 in an asset and you take a 10% hit, you just lost 10 grand. But if you can have that liquidity in a stable coin where you're just earning 10% and you have like $100,000, then you're making $10,000 a year off of $100,000. So it might not seem like a lot, but I mean that's about what, 800-900 bucks a month that you're making just letting it sit there. So that's 800-900 bucks of dry powder a month that you can
Mm-hmm.
invest in new projects, or start doing DeFi plays, all without touching your principal. Now you start getting into things like borrowing against those assets, to where maybe you're providing this liquidity to earn 9 or 10%. And if there's a way that you can take out leverage against it for say 30%, a loan to value, and now you have $30,000 on your 100,000. You're earning $10,000 a year because you're earning 10%, and you have $30,000 in liquidity that you can do a DeFi play with. You can start to see the potential of how leveraging DeFi is allows you to lever up your earning using your crypto assets. So these are all things that we currently teach, and that we'll be teaching as far as advanced strategies moving forward in our community, in the Discord, and during our live calls. And all of it's free. I like to always stress that we don't charge
Mm-hmm.
for anything. We don't ask for super chats. We don't ask for any get memberships, or we don't do ads. We don't do anything. We're 100% free of charge. We're just here to help you learn and earn. That's all we're here for.
Learn and earn. The best kind of financial freedom is education, because that can be
Yeah.
priceless. Yeah.
No, I mean you can be like the average normie and go to a 9 to 5 job and live paycheck to paycheck, and do the debt, the death spiral, where
Mm-hmm.
you just go to work to pay the bills and rinse and repeat, never getting ahead. Or you can take control of your own destiny, and of course go to work and earn, and so you can pay the bills. But instead of having money sitting in a bank account, or just a bank account, being able to take at least a portion of that and do what we're talking about, where we have our channel wallet. Even if you don't have extra money, learn how to do airdrops. Start earning those free tokens that you can churn into liquidity, that you can start putting into DeFi plays, and start growing a portfolio organically, where you don't provide any of your own money. You're just growing it out of thin air. I mean, there's no downside to that. One, you're learning about crypto, you're learning about DeFi. Two, you're earning money while you're doing it. I mean, where else are you going to,
Mm-hmm.
earn or be paid to, learn about something like this? Learn how to change your financial future and the financial future of your family. So, I can't stress it enough that, this is an opportunity, and you have no one to blame but yourself if you don't take it. There is literally zero excuses. If you want to say I don't have money, I just explained.
Zero.
Yeah, I just explained to you. You don't need money. I don't have time. It's like, okay, so you don't have. I guarantee you, there is something that you can cut back on time wise that will allow you to have 30 minutes to an hour a day, or every other day, to learn about this stuff. Our videos are usually an hour long. You can probably put it on, like the twice speed, get through it in 30 minutes and get all the value out of it. So stop making
Mm-hmm.
excuses, knuckle down, start figuring this stuff out. Early adopters are the ones that profit the most. And I show the receipts. I am one of the few people on that I've seen, on in the crypto universe that is 100% transparent with my portfolio. On pretty much every episode, I show exactly how much I have in my portfolio, my HODL portfolio, my DeFi portfolio. I show all my trackers. I show how much I'm earning each day, each week, each month. I mean, I do not hide anything. I show all the receipts. I'm not just claiming that I'm making money. And I'm not making hundreds of thousands of dollars like some people that have millions of dollars to play with. I started with $15,000, and I'm growing it because I understand that it's hard to grasp. When you're watching these people that have millions of dollars, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I have $10,000 over here and 50,000 and a couple 100,000 over here in this wallet," and you're like,
Yep.
"Yeah, of course you do." But it's important to understand that they started, where you are, most likely. And, working with these smaller numbers, I think it helps people wrap their head around, more so that, oh, this guy is working with, 15,000 or $25,000 worth of liquidity. And in some cases, like this one, my VFAT, I mean, I only have 9,700 bucks that I'm working with in these 5 positions down here, but I'm making 130 right now $113 a day off of these 5 positions, and one of them is out of range. My biggest earner right now is out of range, so I'm still making over $100 a day off of. Actually, I'll subtract 2,500, so what? $7,200 worth of liquidity. I'm making over $100 a day. Um, so, and it might not seem like a lot. And I'm always saying this, $100 a day might not seem like a lot to some people, but that's over $3,000 a month. If you had an
Hmm.
extra $3,000 a month, what
Well,
could
some
you
people
do
don't
with
even
that?
make that in their regular salary. You
Right?
know.
And that's what's important is you can be going to a job earning what you usually earn. And this works for you when you're sleeping, when you're at work, when you're, out having fun. I mean, whatever. I mean, it's this 24/7, 365. DeFi is working for you. It is a small business with automated employees. We talk about AI and robotics and things like that. This is the ultimate small business. There is, other than, your initial investment, and if you use airdrops, no investment, you have a potentially a small business that is on autopilot. I mean,
Hmm.
there is no better business model than DeFi. I mean, you have no utilities, you have no lease, no mortgage, no equipment, no employees, no, you don't have to pay any.
No overhead.
Yeah, there's zero overhead. I mean, absolutely zero. I mean, VFAT is free. I mean, you pay some small fees whenever you do a transaction, but that's just the cost of doing business. Um,
Hell, trading stocks, you're trading $5. You're paying $5 one way in some
exactly. I
cases.
mean, you might as well be trading on Ethereum mainnet.
Yeah. Yeah, Stan asked about the beefy token. You were doing some beefy plays, right?
I have some positions on Beefy. I don't own any Beefy though.
Oh, it doesn't pay out in the beefy token, or is it just the?
No, it auto compounds. So
Hmm.
my understanding, I haven't cashed them out yet, but they basically cash you out in the assets that. Oh, here, let's go there real quick. Doo-ba-doo. And let's look at it. I just been letting it marinate because it's AVAX has been down, so I'm definitely not exiting the position because these you can see when I first entered the position, I put $1,016 in. It's currently sitting at 932, but I've earned almost $77, and
Hmm.
so I'm probably down what for like $7, but it's earning 176% APY. So it auto compounds, it auto rebalances, it auto does everything. So I'm kind of testing this out. I'm kind of just letting it sit and marinate because I want to see how it performs when the markets actually pump and move. Because
Mm.
I've yet to see AVAX do anything to the upside while I've had this pool open. It'll come up. All right. So yeah, my understanding is that I get paid out if I exit this position, that I get paid out in wrapped AVAX and USDC. Did I lose you?
Oh no, no,
Okay.
I'm looking at the chat.
All right. Let's see. Kyle.
Yeah, I just have plume pools right now. My DeFi. There is, like I was mentioning earlier, this project Sunrise. When they launch, I do plan on taking at least most of that airdrop and putting it into their liquidity pools because it's going to be great because you'll be able to access your liquidity across any network. So you deposit onto the Rise blockchain and into their liquidity pools, and you can access that on Ethereum, Arbitrum, Optimism, wherever. So it's really powerful, and you earn tokens in their, or you earn liquidity or rewards in VRise tokens. So it's kind of like the aerodrome flywheel effect they'll have implemented. But yeah, I earning much like with Initia, where I'm earning free crypto on my free airdrop crypto. This will be another one that when it launches, I'll be diving into it here on the channel. We'll show how I earned more free crypto.
I just, I honestly, I mean, I used to be huge on staking, but I honestly, with after getting into DeFi, it's really, really hard for me to justify staking. Other than the fact that you're keeping full exposure to to the asset, the price appreciation and things like that, price movements. Um, but there's so many DeFi opportunities. It's really hard to to justify earning 7% or something like that holding a volatile asset.
Yep.
7% on a stable coin maybe, but on something where you're still fully exposed to the price dumping and things like that, it's just like there's faster ways to leverage
Oh
and
no,
earn
it's
yield.
this. Uh, this is their they have liquidity pools, and the VRise token is used
No,
as a
no, no.
governance.
I'm just
Oh yeah.
speaking. I'm just speaking in
Oh,
general.
in
Not,
general.
not.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Just well, like with Casper. I mean, I've been earning 16%, which is really good for staking for years now, and it's done really well. But I would have much rather for these past couple of
Mm,
years, been earning 30, 40, 50, 60%, in a
yeah.
liquidity pool. There's just no. I haven't found yet any Casper DeFi plays, any liquidity plays. Wise, that project Wise keeps hinting that they're going to launch, and it's always any day now, any day now, any day now. But I've yet to see, and full disclosure, I actually sold $2,500 worth of my Casper just to use as liquidity in KTA. That's where I came up with a chunk of liquidity to dump into that, and I'm glad I did because I mean, shit, I've already earned that money back plus some.
Yeah. I know I have some stuff that's staked that I have like a 21-day unlock period. So, and the
Mm.
price dumped on it so much that it's really just not worth taking out and doing all that right now. It's just so shit.
Yeah, yeah, and that's a very good point as well. Like what we talked about before with a lot of staking where there's unlock periods, and some of them are like 28 to 30 days, and I mean you do not. I mean, trust me, you do not want
Mhm.
the market to start moving, and then you're trying to unlock tokens, and you're just watching it go parabolic, and then like hopefully this doesn't happen to you. I'm not trying to put the voodoo on you, but you know, before it unlocks, it starts to dump. And by the time, it unlocks for you, you missed an opportunity to, make some really good profit on it. So I can't stress enough, where we're at in the market. If you have anything that you're planning on offloading this bull market and not holding through the bear market, get it liquid. Find another way to earn
Mhm.
with it. Lending. If you're wanting to get full price appreciation and not wanting to put it in a liquidity pool, find a way to lend or something like that to where you can keep earning. But in a couple of clicks, you can get it out of there to where you can sell it and take profit. That that's my 2 cents right now. Where we're at in this cycle.
Yeah, I've got my layer three tokens that have been locked up for. I had them locked for a year after the in the staking pool when they launched because they offered, certain exclusive rewards and certain quests that you were eligible for with only staking a certain amount of time. But I think I have another month left, and it's right at $1,800 that I have sitting in there. So I'm like, ah, man, I want it right now so I can take that and put it into some of this other stuff. But I think I have another month that I have staked. So, man, that would be really nice to, yeah, July 25th. So I can take that out in a month and a half. But yeah, just make sure that you're not locking stuff up for too long or longer than you're willing to hold that
Holy
asset
shit.
for.
I'm earning 4,723% right now on freaking
4,000. Jeez.
on Kita.
Criminy. Whew.
Oh man. So yeah, let me 4723. All right, let's see.
Wait, what was ME token? Is that Magic Eden token?
I don't know.
That's the only ME token I can think of. Magic Edens. Oh, there you go. Plume getting back into my range. Nice. Thank
Oh,
you.
is it? Your plume's back in range?
Yeah. It popped back out a little bit today, but we back in.
Let's see what my dashboard.
Um,
Oh yeah, dude.
yeah,
Look at that.
ME. Yeah, that's
So
Magic Eden.
my monthly DeFi income right now is 7,721, and my
Whew.
daily I'm making $257 a day right now.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah, okay, it's up on the screen. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean, it goes to show you. I mean, and again, the majority of this earning isn't off of the. I mean, this 25,800. I mean, that's including my arrow locks, which are a huge amount of my portfolio, my DeFi portfolio. And then of course you got all these other different assets and stuff like that that aren't really earning that much. Really, right now, KTA is what I am making the majority of my income off of. So I'm going to have to get busy and find where the liquidity is going next because Plume was doing it for a while. KTA's been doing it for a minute, and I'm wondering how long it's going to keep up before I need to find another one to keep up this earning.
Yeah, it's hard to miss out on those kind of rewards, man. I mean,
Yeah,
how do you think we can find um, or get ahead of the curve? I guess.
really, DeFi Llama is the tool that I use, and I've of course done those episodes, where I show the tools and how I use them. But really, it's just looking at the data. Just looking at the volume, looking at the TVL. Going to the I forget what it's called. I have it bookmarked. But that chart that Drew over at Blockchain Basement and all of them always use that show where liquidity is being bridged to, that's a
Mm-hmm.
really good front running indicator. If you see like that everyone is bridging over to Ethereum mainnet or over to Sonic Network or Unichain or something like that, then you can almost front run where the volume is going to be. So, these are the tools that you really need to be leveraging to fully understand, or fully take advantage of and get in front of, because you don't want to be the last one getting into these pools. You want to be the first one getting into these pools. And
Yeah.
that's why it's so important to be a part of a community, because even me, with the amount of time I dedicate to DeFi and things like that, I have people in the community in the Discord all the time bringing stuff up to me that I didn't know about. That I'm like, oh shit, all right, cool. TJ,
Mm-hmm.
over at Discover Crypto, he's the one that mentioned Kita to just very briefly on one of his shows, and and that it was a DeFi play, and so just on a whim, I started digging into it, and liked what I saw and got into the liquidity pools. It's your net. You never know where you're going to find these, and that's why it's so important to be a part of a community. Get into our Discord. Get into watching the shows and and learning about these things and how we find it. Because if you're in these chat rooms and everyone is talking, somebody might just passively mention a project and not really dive into it, and that might spark something, and you might dig into it and find something the rest of the community didn't. And now you're in a position to where you can get in and you can queue them up, and like we did with KTA, like we did with Plume, and everybody's that I've talked to in our community, they've made their initial investments back. So any money that they put in, they've made that money back. Now they're playing with the house's money, and if they were smart, they put those rewards into either a hodl bag or swapped them out for stable coins, so that they locked in that value, and then just wait for a pullback. And if they still like that project, they can DCA in, or they can open new liquidity positions in new assets, which is what I'm doing quite often.
Yeah. Form your strategy, man. When like right now, you want to start forming it because the last thing you want to do is get caught on the way down and you don't have a plan.
Oh, absolutely. There we go. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, whatever. Um, so yeah, and and I'll kind of stress this, where I'm sure we'll probably cut this off here soon, but um, the bull, you need to have a plan now. So when it comes to your bull run bag, or how your exit strategy for this bull run, you need to do that now. And if you join the Discord, either the DIG or either our R-rated or a PG-13, doesn't matter which one. We have the tracking sheets in there. So what I have on the screen right now, 100% free. You can download it. You can use it. Put your liquidity positions in. You put in your your portfolio, your holdings, and figure out what your exit strategy is. We also have um, a tracker in there that will let you map out at what your take profit price levels are. So like, say that you have Ethereum, and at 3,000 you want to take, some, a certain amount of profit, like 10%, 20%. And then if it hits 4,000, you want to take another 10 or 20%, whatever that is. You can plug all those in, and the formulas are already there, and it will tell you how many tokens that you need to sell to cash out, whatever percentage that you want to cash out. And it will map out and say, those tokens at that price point is worth this much. And it will tally all that up and let you know that, hey, if you hit all your price points on your DCA out strategy, on all the different assets you hold, this is potentially what you could make, at the end of the bull run, if you hit all of them. So these are the kind of things that you need to do now before you get over emotional and start, seeing all the profits, and you start telling yourself that you're going to hold on to your assets just a little bit longer, and then you end up being the exit strategy for the smart money. Um, you definitely want to be taking profits on the way up. You don't want to try to time the top. You're going to get wrecked if you try to time the top.
Yeah, definitely don't time the top.
Yeah. So LP positions don't have downtime if I want to close it like unstaking. Not sure what
Oh,
you
so
mean.
there's no cooldown period for
Oh,
liquidity pools. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because
Okay.
staking is different than the liquidity pools. So you can enter and exit liquidity pools. And
Whenever you
most,
want.
yeah, a lot of the staking that requires the unlock is you're staking for a lot of these validators. And if they had everybody unstake at the same time, the whole network would go down. So you don't, you want it to have some time, some buffer time. So yeah.
Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong. Like I said, I mean, if you plan on keeping like 10% or 20% of, a token, through the bear market, because you're just, long-term bullish on it. It's fine to, to delegate and do things like that, long term. It's always good to diversify. And it's a lot safer than, some of the DeFi platforms, because I mean, they're not without their flaws. I mean, Celsius and a lot of other DeFi platforms have gone under before, and they take people's liquidity with them. So there are risks involved with getting into these liquidity pools, and that's why I stress so much that you do your own research and only put your liquidity on platforms that you trust, because it's a very real thing that they get hacked, from time to time. They go down from time to time. There's just a lot of things that can happen, and so you have to protect yourself.
Yes. CYA. Cover
Cover
your
your
ass.
ass. So, I mean, do you have any closing thoughts?
Take advantage of this free crypto airdrops. I know some of these projects. It's kind of hard to tell what they will be incentivizing, and you just never know. But if you can find just like two or three to incorporate throughout the week, and over time, you rack up enough activity and get every little bit can help. I've had airdrops that came in the right time, and it helped out a lot. So don't just fade these because it's confusing. We have plenty of information. Reach out to us directly if you need help with anything. And yeah, I can't tell you how amazing it feels when you have an airdrop come in that you didn't expect. And it's just, yeah, I want everyone to be able to take advantage of that. And I know that Memorial Day was a few weeks ago. I did want to share this because my dad was served in Vietnam, and I wanted to shout him out. But look at this young buck right here. I need to add this to the screen, but check out this young buck right here. Does he
Airborne,
does he look does he look a lot like
airborne.
me? Hey,
Oh
good looking
man,
dude, man. Does
oh
that
that,
picture
he,
look familiar?
Oh no, it's very very familiar. It looks like he's at airborne school, and
Yeah.
they're posing for
Posing.
the picture. But yeah, no, been there, done
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, served two tours in Nam and was kind of missing for a little while, a few weeks. I don't know the whole story, but he went through some wild stuff, and
Man, what up,
he
high
made his way out
speed?
to out to Thailand and spent some time out there. So I'm sure I got some siblings over there somewhere.
Oh man,
Oh, but yeah, and I appreciate you, Mike, for serving. I know it's not, Veterans Day is still quite a ways away, but I appreciate
I
everyone who
appreciate you,
risked
brother.
their lives, man, because that is
Oh,
not an easy job to
uh,
do.
oh, it's all good. Yeah, no, it's everything's relative. But yeah, no. So let me end with this. So it looks like ETH might be going for a walk.
Oh,
Um, let's share
we hit
this.
27, right? Yeah.
So it looks like we're testing. I'm on the month here. I mean, it looks like we're testing that level. Let me actually go over to Trading View because I hate
Yeah, my
how.
Plaza Finance leveraged ETH is up over $50 now, so that's
Oh yeah,
nice.
yeah, yeah. That's something I really need to get into with you. Let's see. Let's on our way out. Let's take a look at look at what ETH's doing right now.
Just
So let's go to the 4 hour because I want to see. Yeah, see, we're at. You can see it wicked up, and it tested this level right here. So you can see that it's tested that level a couple of times.
Oh, we got a green dot that printed on the daily.
Oh,
So,
and like I said, somebody was talking about a gold dot the other day.
oh,
So
is that
we
the?
might,
Whew.
depending on what this does, if it goes up above this, line of resistance and closes out, we could be looking at ETH going on a little bit of a jog.
Yeah, we got our sites. We cleared 2,800. It's clear up to 3K.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, we might be looking at potentially the next section of the cycle. If ETH goes for a run and we start seeing Bitcoin dominance break down, we might be looking at the beginning of alt season. I don't want to jinx it.
Ooh,
ETH is kind of sketchy to where if you look at it directly, it decides it wants to dump. But
we
I
got
mean,
so
you could,
much to be bullish on.
yeah. So yeah, no, you're right. It looks like about 3,000 or 30, about 31, 3,200 possibly. Yeah, there's a little bit
Hmm.
of a line. You can see it right here. Where
Yeah,
this it was support back here, it was support here, it was support here, and then we broke down. And then you can see there's another one about right there. So these are levels to look out for. And again, I'm not a TA guy. Kelly over at BitLab Academy, Drew does really well. Josh over at Discover Crypto, all really good TA people. I am not the TA guy, but I mean, even a monkey with a hand grenade could, or with a monkey with a scope could spot these levels. Um, you can see where these levels where they've acted as resistance and support before. So that's kind of where we're sitting right now. If we close out above here, we could be looking at 3,000. If it can break up past that, we're looking at about 32, 33. Then we're looking at 35. Then we're looking at 4. And then we're just looking at who knows what. So hopefully,
is
hopefully.
you have all the spreadsheets and stuff in our uh, more open Discord, right? Our DCA Discord.
Yes, yes. So I have it in
Okay.
our in both Discords. So actually, you know what? I'll show you real quick where it's at, just because I want to make sure that everyone has access to that. There we go. All right.
Okay.
So in our DCA Discord, if you go to our DeFi library and go to the very top, you'll see the true DeFi portfolio allocation. That is the one that I was just showing with the dashboard, and it shows how much you're making per day, per year, all that stuff. And then this is the bull run bag and ladder out strategy that I was talking about. To build your build out how you're going to take profits. Once alt season starts and everything starts pumping. So that's where you find it in our DCA Discord. And then over here in the DIG, or the Discover Investments group, under DeFi starters, again, if you scroll all the way to the top, you'll see it right here. You'll have the true DeFi portfolio allocation, and right here is the bull run bag and ladder out strategy. So I highly, highly suggest that you download those and start getting your data in there, and and leveraging those, because again, once things start running and you start getting emotional, emotion destroys logic and reason, and you're quite possibly are going to end up round tripping some bags if you don't have a plan in place that you can hold yourself to. All right, so that's about all I got, man.
Yeah, got all the chat. We appreciate everyone out there,
No,
man.
absolutely. So
Yeah, and we'll go over on Saturday a deep dive into the channel airdrop wallet. Um,
yeah, yeah. And tomorrow I probably won't be doing a live. I'm going to be driving back to the cabin. But Wednesday I will. I'll do a live. Probably after Blockchain Basement. And Thursday potentially I'm going to start having a Texas Jeff and Taylor on to talk. Kind of more macro economics. So those that aren't familiar, Taylor's my brother. He owns a law firm down in Texas and does estate law. So basically, strategies to where you can mitigate taxes, things like that. Wills, trusts, things of that nature. And then Texas Jeff is a licensed financial advisor in traditional finance, and we're going to be teaching him DeFi. But we talk everything from real estate to different vehicles to invest in and to earn yield, or to just earn profit off of. So they're going to start to be a regular fixture on Thursday, the Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon, depending on where you're at stream. And of
hell
course,
yeah.
Monday and Saturday, you got me and Jeff here, and then the other days during the week, I'll be jumping on randomly to just give lessons, in DeFi, on my own. So with that,
Well,
Jeff,
a lot of good alpha for everyone, man. A lot of good
absolutely.
stuff. So stick around, strap in, because we are going to the moon.
I hope so. I hope so. Well, with that, I'm gonna go get some dinner, spend some time with my lady, and until next time, Veteran Crypto out.
Peace.